Tonight, need to integrate persons with disabilities and Nigeria's criminal justice administration and reform in focus. Implementation of policies and recommendations of economic summit into national policy, bedrock to Nigeria's investment climates. Plus, impact of high cost of transportation on citizens and way forward. Good evening and many thanks for joining us on the news tonight. I am Elizabeth Omako. Welcome. A national dialogue is engaging stakeholders on the need to integrate persons with disabilities in Nigeria's criminal justice administration and reform, with a view to addressing design and accessibility barriers that stand in the way to access justice. Toby Alabi reports that this was at a two-day event by EU's Rule of Law and Anti-Corruption Program, along with the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities.
According to the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities, there are currently 35.1 million persons with some form of disability, including visual, hearing, physical, intellectual, and communication impairments in Nigeria. This national dialogue believes, despite laws, persons with disabilities continue to suffer infrastructural, financial, logistics, and accessibility barriers to the justice system in Nigeria. Hence, the need to change the narrative and embrace inclusivity.
Persons with disabilities interact with the criminal justice system as victims often, but can also interact with the criminal justice system as offenders or possibly as witnesses. And it's important that the criminal justice system is able to respond for their needs.
I think it's just up, considering the time that we are now, and there will be ways out or way forward how they can be included in the criminal justice system.
This is why stakeholders are addressing these barriers towards closing the gaps in the criminal justice system that have been preventing persons with disabilities from equitable access to justice.
It becomes very difficult for persons with disabilities who are victims of one crime or the other to report crimes, whether at the police station or other agencies.
100% inclusivity, making provisions for devices, equipments, and all whatnot that will give persons with disabilities their rightful place in the criminal administration.
It's part of what the disabled community of Nigeria has been looking for long, because almost all our advocacy based on inclusivity and the human rights.
A person with hearing impairment will need an interpreter to be able to access justice. Without an interpreter, they won't hear anything. They won't even know the charge that is being brought against them. Also, access to courts for persons on wheelchair. They need to be able to get to the court no matter how high the building is.
Outcome of this dialogue is expected to contribute to shaping future policies and improving justice delivery for persons with disabilities in Nigeria. In Abuja, Tokwe Alabi, NTA News.
Away from that report, governance is a continuous process which does not end with the expiration of tenure of any given administration. This is why a process is instituted to facilitate transition from one administration to the other. In the light of the ongoing transition process in Edo State, Jude Abugu takes a look at the role of Transition Committee in democratic governance.
Every administration has a well-thought-out plan to painstakingly document and transmit its programs, projects, and policies to the administration that will take over from it. Analysts explain that this process, which is usually handled by a special committee, is necessary for many reasons.
It is a commendable policy trust to ensure that any incoming government is able to seamlessly take off and do justice to governance without any hiccup, because at the time it's taken off, it has been acclimatized by the Transition Committee, which both the outgoing and the incoming we have to forge.
They need to be able to interact with the outgoing government, then at least take inventory of the projects that have probably the projects that have been completed, the ones that are still ongoing. Then the level, they also need to also know probably how much has been paid for the project, what is the balance on the various contractors.
The role of a transition committee, as is currently being witnessed in Edo State, analysts said include ironing out of frictions, resolving conflicts and disagreements, as well as declaration of assets and liabilities of the state.
We expect that when the new administration takes over, it will not condemn everything that it has made status quo. It will continue. Life itself is a continuum. You build on what is there, then you ameliorate, add to what you can.
Whatever that is murky, whatever that is opaque, whatever that is not clear, is made clear at the level of the Transition Committee, so that the incoming government should raise all the doubts, should raise all the doubts. As a matter of fact, the Transition Committee is a conflict committee.
They believe that if a transition committee does its work well, the usual blame games and conflicts that ensue after the takeover of a new administration will not arise. In Benin, Jude Agugu, NTA News.
And now the need for government to constitute a think tank for the implementation of policies and recommendations of the Nigerian Economic Summit Group into a national policy had re-echoed on Good Morning Nigeria. The guests are emphatic that despite providing a formidable platform for dialogue, showcasing Nigeria's investment climate, implementation must be prioritized.
Laudable as the Nigerian Economic Summit Group is, it is ironic that it only provides advisory role on economic policies. The need for the body of volunteering economic key players to have a legal backing, guests on Good Morning Nigeria say, is crucial.
Interests of business community is being discussed. Interests of government policies is being discussed. But unfortunately, interests of the key stakeholders in the economy is not considered, and that is why I said from the outcome of the summit you realize that some of the economic disturbances which is affecting growth.
Right partnership, fantastic. Competitiveness, stability is good, but then we need to domesticate whatever it is we are doing, and Nigeria will be better for it.
The guests believe the analysis and recommendations of the economic group can be diligently implemented through thinking globally and acting locally towards an inclusive economy.
And innovation is where the challenge, the key is. If you're talking about energy sufficiency, okay, now this is where innovation comes in. There are new protocols that we can be able to, begin to look at. So the point I'm trying to make is, you cannot be looking at the Nigerian economy from the perspective of economists. Okay, you must be looking at the Nigerian economy from the perspective of productivity.
They are on the same page that harnessing strategies of the summit, targeting entrepreneurs, private, informal, and underground businesses for a win-win economic growth is the way forward for Nigeria's economic development. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
This is NTA Benin News at 7. Our first break is now. To stay with us.
Next time you visit the ancient city of Benin, two things will excite you: the want and welcome of its people, and of course, the class and style of its hospitality business. Randeki Gold, home of hospitality like no other, located in one of the most serene environments in the ancient city, truly classy and exquisite with world-class facilities, fully equipped digital multipurpose hall with life-size, ultra-high definition LED screen, 180 square meters king-size swimming pool with bubble bath, enough to leave you breathless. the exotic Ariel's Bistro and Grill Restaurant with variety of continental dishes, especially some of the rarest delicacies you can find in town. Fact is, a visit will truly convince you that we are gold. Rendeki Gold is the gold wing of the prestigious Rendeki Royal Hotel at 6 Uhenui Street off Ihama and Boundary Roads, GRA Benin City. www.rendekihotels.com. Rendeki Gold. Our hospitality is gold.
Congratulations, Your Royal Majesty, on this auspicious occasion of your 8th-year coronation anniversary and birthday celebration. On behalf of my family and I, Honorable Matthew Adbunweze extends my heartfelt congratulations and best wishes to Your Majesty Omonobanedu Ukwakpolokpolo Oba Ewaro II CFR. Your reign has been marked with wisdom, purposeful leadership, and a deep connection with your people. As a revered king, you have continued to make the culture and tradition attractive to your people and to the world. This has again reenacted the rightful place of the Benin culture among contemporaries in the world. May your reign continue to bring prosperity and harmony to the Benin kingdom and beyond. Long live the king. Obaga Tokbe, he said. Signed, Honorable Matthew Adbunweze Idweyikinen, DG Aswen Ugie Campaign Council.
Honorable Engineer Esosa Iyawe, member representing the Oredo Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives, on behalf of my family and the entire people of my constituency and the entire people of the Benin Kingdom, say a big double congratulations to our highly respected and revered royal father, His Royal Majesty Omonobanedo Ukuakbolokbolo, Oba of Benin, Oba Ewari II, on the joyous occasion of your birthday and coronation anniversary. Happy birthday and best wishes. May your reign be very long and continue to be peaceful and entrench prosperity in the Benin Kingdom. Obaga Tokbe, he said.
37 years in mind. Today marks 37 years since the passing of Chief A.B. Osula, a legendary figure in the Benin Kingdom. As Osula of Benin Kingdom, he led with exceptional leadership and philanthropy. His notable roles include Chairman of Time Press and Daily Times Newspapers Group, Vice Chairman of the Nigerian Football Association, owner of Basula Conglomerate. He pioneered the magazine in the Daily Times stable and founded the Miss Nigeria Beauty Pageant, sponsored by Daily Times. Chief Osula's legacy inspires generation with his unwavering resilience, dedication to the community, integrity, compassion, and wisdom. His influence touched countless lives, shaping futures. 37 years on, his descendants thrive globally, a testament to his enduring legacy. Rest in peace, Baba. Your legacy lives on, kept in evergreen memory by your children, Mrs. Bimbo Osula Madesu, Ambassador Princess Dr. Mrs. Ariu Osula Umkwa to JPAMPBUN, Mrs. Nikia Lamai, Mrs. Noyi Iyalikwi, Mr. Nogie Alfred Osula, and Mr. Alele Eric Osula. Congratulations, Your Royal Majesty. I, Honorable Frank Uyo Mosigo, congratulate you, Your Royal Majesty, Omonobanedu Ukwakolokpolo Ewaro II CFR over Benin, as His Majesty celebrates his 8th-year coronation anniversary on the throne of his forebearers. The anniversary coincides with your birthday, and this makes it a double-barreled milestone. It is therefore a special privilege for me to wish Your Royal Majesty many more years on the throne of his forebearers with resounding good health, progress, prosperity, and also, Daddy, I appreciate you for your majestic honor shown towards the Edo State House of Assembly and to the Edo people. Congratulations. Obaga Tokbe, he said. Signed, Honorable Frank Uyo Mosigo, Edo State House of Assembly member representing Oedo East constituency and Chairman House Committee and Local Government, Community and Chieftaincy Affairs.
Many thanks for your time. Social media, which is one of the greatest innovative tools for global connectivity and free information sharing, has been found to possess some negative attributes which many believe sometimes possess threats to economic stability, security of lives and property, as well as the well-being of the people. In this report, Progress Omorigi takes a look at the negative impact of social media on economy and national security.
Since the emergence of social media platforms, the people of the net have been found to be mostly the young people. However, youth as the main users of social media platforms have the tendency to engage in online activities that can lead to the loss of economic resources such as online scam, cyber fraud, and other online crimes. These correspondents identify propaganda, spread of misinformation, and internet fraud as some of the negative vices of social media.
I feel social media is a place of pressure. Do you understand? There's a way social media has influenced our youth, especially the ones that are, should I say, the lower or the middle class. So you tend to see things on social media and then it influences you, it pressurizes you, and you feel like, oh, your mates are doing way ahead of you, they are gone ahead of you, and basically it's actually a fake life, it's not actually real.
Because of this social media now, we don't longer focus on things. It takes much of our time. Youth of these days now, they are glued to their phone. It's good though, but in the sense that it's not so good because there are other things we are supposed to be doing.
On that age, what they are supposed to see, they didn't, like what they are supposed to look at, they don't look at it, they'll go and look at something advanced.
They emphasize proper monitoring of control of social media misuse to reduce the harm it causes to the nation's economic and political stability.
It has an effect in Nigeria because most people were not able to communicate very well. And why do you think the federal government suspended that platform that particular time? Because they were influencing the youth negatively and positively. So in a way, if not well controlled, it can also lead negatively, and if well controlled, it can, like in Saudi Arabia, I do hear that there's some certain sites you cannot enter. So if Nigeria can have such laws to moderate how we browse, sites we can enter.
Consensus is that there should be a collective responsibility of requirement engagement of parents and youth to reshape online activities for the positive societal change. In Benin, Progress Omorigi, NTA News.
Talking health, Nigeria is set to address a global challenge in antimicrobial resistance as the federal government, through the Nigeria Center for Disease Control (NCDC), launches National Action Plan 2.0 for antimicrobial resistance and genomic surveillance strategy in Abuja. Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Ali Pati, said the action plan is part of fulfilling Nigeria's commitment at the last United Nations General Assembly in New York. Oluseyi Adiagbo has details.
Antimicrobial resistance (AMR) is a critical global health threat projected to cause 10 million deaths annually by 2050, with Nigeria already facing over 64,000 deaths since 2019.
Honored to formally launch the second National Action Plan on Antimicrobial Resistance. Next, we pick the
The launch of these two health strategies, the National Action Plan 2.0 for antimicrobial resistance and the National Genomic Surveillance Strategy, established the Nigerian government's commitment to tackle AMR in the next 5 years.
We are committed to integrating genomic technologies into all aspects of our work, and the plan that has been laid out focuses on building our capacity for not only detection and surveillance, improving our response to emerging infections. We are building a future where every Nigerian will benefit from enhanced healthcare, improved disease prevention, and stronger health security.
For the 177 countries that have currently developed the maps in AMR, only 11% have made provision for funding the development of data. We are happy that Nigeria is not among them.
AMR is predicted to be the next global pandemic, and this meeting reviews a strengthened coordination of the tax to ensure the prevention of the damage of AMR to humans, animals, and even agriculture. In Abuja, Olusheye Adiagbo, NTA News.
And back home in Edo State, residents in Benin have expressed concerns over the rising cost of transportation in the state. Joy Ebo was in the metropolis and brings view of people from the streets on the factors contributing to the high cost of transportation in the state and how people are managing the situation.
The cost of transportation in the state has significantly increased, posing untold hardship to residents. For the residents, the increment in the transportation fares is due to various factors such as fuel prices, taxes, motor park fees, and other economic conditions that eat into their financial pockets.
When I left Benin, I entered at the rate of 300. For my side, that was Central Road to Ring Road was 300. But now that I came back, they said to and fro is for 400. So now I pay 800 to leave the house and come back.
I live in Ekewa area anyway, but it takes us a lot of money to come out. Before now, maybe 100 naira. Okay, but right away it's about 400, right? I have 400 to get to this place. It's really hard.
They go to Buna, I pay trade, go park before I go call it out transport 700. How much can be person salary?
The economy generally is something else. The increment in fuel price definitely affects every other thing.
Commercial bus drivers also share their perspectives on the cost of transportation, which they believe is majorly due to hike in pump price of petrol.
Now the fuel they control everything when they use it. Because if the fuel come down to 250 now, if I tell says make somebody enter motor from metro to 400, that is me not thief now, because it's above the fuel. So now as the fuel they go up, the transport they go up.
Cost of the price now, with the buy tire 6,000 before, it's now 22,000 now for one tire, 14 rim, not be say 15. What I say, these things are very costly.
1,000 is what we pay every day. They will pay 200 for a go. Every day, if you not pass, they will hold you. If they hold you now, another wahala, that's the frustration for you.
It is their expectation that the price of PMS, otherwise known as petrol, will be reduced so that every price of goods and services would also be reduced and living standards of people will improve. In Benin, Joel Ego, NTA News.
USA on to NTA Benin News at 7. Another break is due. Don't go away.
This October, something amazing is coming. It will change your life forever. Bible Alive Believers International Convention 2024 is with the theme, the incredible God doing wonders without numbers. Happening live Monday 28th October to the 3rd of November 2024, 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. daily. And Sunday, the grand finale, 7:30 a.m. Benin Convention Center, Ohode Ipoba Hill, Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria. Ministry, Reverend Dr. Felix and Pastor Mrs. A.T. Omobade, Enoch Adeboye, Mensa Toby, Papa Ayo, Orisi Jafo, Loretha Chudime, Kingsley Wango, Zilia Gray, Benny Ragbe, Mercy Chiwe, Kati and Bob Fitz, Kingsley Aike, and the Covenant Praise Choir. Yes, David, save the date, save the time, save the venue, be there.
They know they tell person, everybody must to see with their eyes, Oye Technical Generator Shopping Mall, the headquarters for generator matter. You do well as you make it easy for everybody to get generator. Whether a small one as my pocket reach or Perkins and Mikano generator, all answer present for Oye Technical. For quality generators for borehole, air conditioners, office, business or personal use, them full ground. All our generators come with correct spare parts and for better price. We still get grinding machine, pepper pepper mill, sewing machines, lawnmower, borehole pumping machine. How many I go fit talk? Come take your eye see for the generator headquarters. Uyi Technical Limited, number 79, 81, 83 Mission Road for Benin, and all other Uyi Technical branches. Uyi Technical Limited, affordable quality generators for everybody.
Audio Jungle. I've come to say thank you.
14 years in our hearts. In loving and cherished memory, we honor you today as we always do. Our dearly beloved father, grandfather, great-grandfather, and the loving husband, Elder Sonny Omoyege Yamu. Though it's been 14 years since you left us, your love and memory remains deeply rooted in our hearts, and our affections for you continues to flourish. You lived an exemplary life filled with selflessness, honesty, compassion, love, and kindness. We will never forget how you always put others before yourself. Not a day goes by without us feeling your absence. Your guidance and support shaped us into who we are today. We miss you more than words can express, but we find solace knowing that you are resting peacefully until the resurrection day when we shall meet to part no more. Fondly remembered and forever loved by your children. Signed, Deaconess Mrs. Mabel Yamu and children.
Baba.
It's good to know that you are still there. And up next, a sports update with Suleiman Musa.
Team Nigeria Scrabble, consisting of 15 players and 3 officials, left Nigeria on Monday to participate in the Pan-African Scrabble Championship in Kigali, Rwanda. Before their departure, Engineer Toki Aka, the president of the Nigerian Scrabble Federation, NSF, expressed his confidence that Nigeria will secure victories in both the individual and team events of the championship.
We can still win this Africa Championship for the 14th time, knowing that we've won 13 out of 14.
For them to go fly high, put up a fight in every match, and make Nigeria proud.
They did well. It's a good step in the right direction because we have the right footing, the right foundation, support of Nigerian Football Federation, created an enviable environment for all the leagues to thrive.
Meanwhile, Super Eagles and Bayer Leverkusen forward Victor Boniface reassured fans after a car accident following his game-winning goal in their Bundesliga match. He shared photos of the crash on his social media platform. With Sport Update, Suleiman Musa, NTA News.
And that completes our package for tonight. Good night.